Mae yna gyfle I wared Bale ymlaen. A mae'n gol a Paulo Mendes sydd wedi chael hi.
Biniad ymlaen sy'n gadael Elliot Evans yn y cwrs Cosby. Evans yn ergyn! Peter neu yn I chi, Bale yn rhydd yn y canol. O, mae wedi gosod hwnna. O, am y gol! Arsan ar gig! O, na chi rocket! Rhys ag at y post yn pella. Neb ar gyfel Vincent!
Cwrdd y da gang Craven. Craven at Lewis yn cymryd dros y bel. Ac Elliot Evans yn o'i Met Tegid ar y blaen.
Noswaith dda a chroeso I Maes Tegid. Y Bala yn erbyn Met Tegid sydd gyda ni ar eich cyferchu heno yma a gyda dim ond 1 pwynt rhwng y ddau dîm. Mae hon yn gêm holl bwysig wrth I ni nesau at y gyngrair yn hollti. Ie, croeso mawr ato ni. Fi a Tommy Morgan yma yn cwato rhag y gwynt ar glaw. Ond Tommy, cyn I ni sôn am gêm heno, I ni moyn dechrau trwy ddymuno'r gore I Tom Lockyer, captain Luton ac amddiffynwr Cymru wrth gwrs. Ar ôl y newyddion bod na ddigwyddiad meddygol wedi digwydd yn I gêm nhw yn erbyn Bournemouth. Tommy, ni newydd glywed hefyd mae'r gêm yna wedi ei gohirio nawr, felly ni'n dymuno pob hwyl I Tom Lockyer. Tommy, dyma byth yn neis gweld unrhyw beth fel andigwydd, yn enwedig wrth gofio beth ddigwyddodd iddo fe yn y gêm ail gyfle dros yr haf.
Ie, yn sicr gobeithio. Y dyddiau yma chwaraewyr I gyd yn cael y gofal gorau gyda'r clybiau, felly dim ond dymuno yn dda I Tom Lockyer a gweithio bydd yn ôl yn gyflym iawn.
Ie, yn bendant. Reit, nôl at gêm heddi. Cyn I ni sôn am y Bala yn erbyn Met Tegid, dyma oedd gweddill canlyniadau uwch gyngrair Cymru mewn flin gen I. Ceycona yn fyddigol o 2 gol I 1 yn erbyn Pontypridd, y Seintiau Newydd yn mynd I Pen-y-bont o 2 gol I ddim, ond Tommy, yn edrych ar hwnna, canlyniad enfawr heddi, Hwlffordd yn middi Carnarfon ar yr ofal, ac wrth I ni edrych ar y tabl wedyn ni, Hwlffordd nawr 3 phwynt tu ôl I Garnarfon. Pethau'n dechrau poethi yma, Tommy.
Ie, wel, mae Hwlffordd wedi rhoi rhediad gyda'i gilydd yn ddiweddar iawn nawr sy'n mynd rhoi tipyn o bwysau ar Carnarfon am y 4 gêm ola a mae ganddyn nhw gêm mewn llaw dros Carnarfon, felly mae amseriad yn pêl-drod yn bwysig iawn am y llwaith a chywod nhw yn rhoi Carnarfon dan bwysau a maen nhw eisiau cael y lle ola yna felly yn uwch gyngrair yn y 6 ucha.
A mae momentum mor bwysig hefyd, Tommy, a mae tipyn o momentum gyda Hwlffordd ar hyn o bryd.
Ie, maen nhw'n cael rhediad ar hyn o bryd. Mi'n gwybod nhw'n allan o'r Cwpan Cymru wrthos diwetha, Met wedi cyrraedd nhw'n cicio smotyn, ond yn y gyngrair maen nhw'n gwneud yn dda ar hyn o bryd.
Yn bendant. A 4 gêm I fynd tan i'r gyngrair hollti. Wel, nôl at gêm heddi a beth am I ni glywed gan rheolwr Met Tegid. Yn gyntaf mae Ryan Jenkins wedi bod yn siarad gyda Dylan Ebenezer.
O Ryan, yn gyntaf, Met, rhediad bach da, chi mewn rownd wyth ola, mewn 2 gystadleuaeth hefyd, hapus dy pethau ar hyn o bryd?
Odyn, ni wedi gweithio'n galed I roi'n hunain yn y sefyllfa yma. A her nawr yw I sort of gweithio'n galetach I mynd trwy'r rowndiau nesaf ac ennill y lle yna yn y 6 ucha. Ac os ni'n neud yna, ni wedi llwyddo gyda'n targedau hyd yma.
Chi ar rediad da, Bala rediad da hefyd, a dyw'ch record chi ddim yn wych fan hyn. Yw e'n le anodd I ddod?
Wastad yn anodd I ddod fan hyn, maen nhw'n cystadleuol tu hwnt. Mae Colin wastad yn arwyddo chwaraewyr profiadol, maen nhw'n boes corfforol cryf, mae'r cae yn tyn, so mae rhaid I ni triol gweithio I oresgyn reina, really. Ond na, wastad yn anodd, ond os ni'n cofio fan hyn, nathon ni cael ein lle yn erbyn nhw I fynd I Ewrop, so mae yna atgofyn melys hefyd.
Dyna'n union yn mynd I ofyn. Chi wedi cael ambell I ganlyniad enfawr ma. Yw'n braf dod nôl ma?
Ydi, wrth gwrs, ac mae'r pobl neis yma, ac teithio trwy Cymru ar dydd Sadwrn I wario pêl-drod, ys dim byd gwell.
Gwych, pob lwc, diolch yn fawr iawn.
Diolch.
Ie, teithio trwy Gymru yn y gwynt ar glaw. Tommy, ni di sôn pa mor bwysig mae momentum, a mae momentum gyda Met Tegid ar hyn o bryd. Mae yna graffau gyda ni fan hyn yn dangos Yn y 6 gêm ddiwetha, Met Caerdydd sydd ar yr ail rhediad gorau tu ôl i'r seintiau newydd. Maen nhw'n dawel iawn wedi mynd wrth i gwaith tymor yma tymor, a mewn ffordd effeithiol iawn.
Ie, sicr, dwi'n wedi colli un yn y 6 gêm diwetha. Momentum yn bwysig iawn, ond mae rhaid rhoi clod i Ryan Jenkins. Dwi'n meddwl bod ni'n gwneud swydd wych glawr gyda'r Met. Cawn nhw i'r 6 ucha tymor diwetha, am y tro cyntaf 6 tymor ar ôl cymryd dros o Christian Edwards, felly mae fe'n gwneud gwaith gororol ar hyn o bryd.
Ie, un chwaraewr i ni moyn sôn amdano, Tommy, Lewis Rees. Felly, nid un o'r enwau amlyca yn y garfan, ond fe yw cydredd brif greuwr y gyngrair hyd yn hyn tymor yma. Fe wedi creu 8 o goliau. Mae fe'n dipyn o dalent, 21 mlwydd oed.
Wel, yn sicr mae fe'n gallu mynd heibio amddiffynwyr. Mae fe'n greuwr o goliau, a chod y pêl wych fyna, hollti amddiffyn. Ac drwy draw, mae fe'n chwarae ar y ddwy esgyll hefyd, felly mae hwnna'n yn real peth handi iawn bod chi'n gallu cael chwaraewr sydd gyda trw'r chwith a trw'r dde. Ni'n gweld fan hyn nawr yn sodli'r bêl na'n ôl fyna i Elliot Evans, y profiadol, a mae fe'n sgorio gol. Felly mae fe wedi bod yn un o ser y Met hyd yn hyn tymor yma.
A fi'n credu beth sydd bwysig iawn o ran y Met tymor yma. Mae yna asgwrn Kevin cryf iawn gyda nhw.
Wel, sicr, mae Lang y golgeidwad, mae fe chwarae llechen Lang gyda fe, Emlyn Lewis yn y cefn, felly mae fe'n hoffi cael clean sheet, fel maen nhw'n gweud, ac mae fe'n arwain y tîm o'r cefn, felly, mae nhw'n gryf iawn, os chi'n gryf yn amddiffynol, da chi siawns.
A mae'r Bala hefyd yn gryf yn amddiffynol, Tommy, felly beth am i ni glywed gan ei rheolwr nhw, Colin Caton.
Colin, wet and windy, but Bala on a great run at the minute. You happy with the way things are going?
Yeah, we've done really well over the last few weeks. It's been quite testing for us, but the lads have come up trumps, to be fair. It's going to be really difficult today. We've got quite a few changes, a lot of changes, and we've just got to get on with it, and lads have got to come to the forefront and perform really well.
A lot of changes in the summer as well, players coming in, players leaving. Does it take time to settle? You had a great start, but does it still take time to settle?
Yeah, it takes time to settle, but last season we didn't win a game in the last 14 games of the season, including the cup final. So, it's an improvement. We've done really well. Obviously, if we get in the top 6, the games will be really difficult again. But, so far we've done really, really well. And we've brought the average of the age down in the team. And obviously we're in a better position this season than last season, points-wise.
And yourself, personally, 20 years since you arrived here. I'm not sure I should be asking it on a day like this. Still loving life at Bala Town?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy the 20th, but this is 21 years still, so I'm enjoying the 21st one, yeah, and then 22 next year. But yeah, the weather's quite testing here, but it's always a difficult place for people to come, and we've got to make it difficult for Cardiff Met today because they're a really good team and they've had a good couple of wins lately, and it's going to be a real test for us to get something out of the game today with a really difficult squad that we've got to put out.
Brilliant, thanks for your time.
Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr, Colin.
Colin Caton yn barod amdani, felly a Tommy nath Dylan ofyn Colin am y newidiadau dros yr haf. Pa mor bodlon ti'n credu fydd Colin Caton gyda'i safle nhw yn y gyngrair wrth feddwl bod nhw wedi colli chwaraewyr allweddol?
Bydd e'n hapus iawn gyda'r sut maen nhw wedi dechrau tymor yma, oherwydd pan chi'n newid gymaint o chwaraewyr, 13 allan, 15 neu 15 mewn, mae'n anodd, ond beth mae fe wedi wneud yw cael y cefn yn iawn. Os chi'n cael ymddiffyn, Absalom y golgeidwad, mae fe wedi mewn 8 llechen lan, mae'r ymddiffyn yn gryf, dim ond 40 gol o 10 maen nhw wedi ildio tymor yma, felly mae'n dangos bod nhw mewn busnes a bod nhw eisiau lle yn y 6 ucha.
A'r ffaith hefyd bod chwaraewyr ifanc di dod mewn hefyd. Sa'n gweud, oedd carfan hen dyn nhw o'r blaen, ond mae cael coesau ffres di helpu. Yn
sicr, a am y llaeth, pan chi wedi bod yn reoli y clwb am amser mor hir mae Colin wedi bod, mae'n neis cael traws newid a cael tîm newydd mewn a carfan newydd.
Just i'ch atgoffa chi, fel arfer, mae yna sylwebeth Saesneg ar gael ar gyfer hon. Nick Parry a Siôn Meredith. Nick, chi'n bihafio yn y gwynt ar glaw mas fyna?
Da ni'n cysgodi, da ni'n cael ymgeledd yma yng nghefn y brif eisteddle, ond Siôn Meredith, braf gael eich cwmni chi penoma, fyddwn ni'n siarad yn ail iaith maes o law. Ond y newidiadau yma, 8 o chwaraewyr Bala heddiw wedi ymuno dros yr haf. Pa mor anodd ydy hynny i dîm?
Ie, fel ti'n gweud, 8 yn dechrau heno. Ti'n colli hefyd chwaraewyr o safon, Edwards yn ymddeol wrth gwrs, Fenes yn mynd lawr i wario mate lawr yn Pen y Bont, felly ti'n colli chwaraewyr o safon. Ond, i fod yn deg yn nhw, ti'n edrych ar y chwaraewyr sydd mewn, Aaron Edwards enghraifft, i cael rhywun fel Aaron i ddod mewn i'r clwb, mae'n tipyn o glod.
A Met yn gwneud be mae Met yn gwneud, maen nhw yna'n dawel bach.
Ie, maen nhw jyst yn, i defnyddio term Saesneg, churning out results. Maen nhw'n gyfarwydd o ennill pwyntiau ar yr hewl. Dyn nhw'n ildio lot, Emlyn yn y cefn yn gryf wrth gwrs, felly fi'n disgwyl gêm gystadleuol yma heno.
There we are, and just to remind you, there will be English commentary available on this important game as well.
Diolch yn fawr i Nick a Sean. Jyst i'ch atgoffa chi, oedd un gêm Cwpan Cymru ar ôl o'r bedwaredd rownd i'w chwarae penwythnos yma. Llongyfarchiadau i bai Colwyn yn meiddi'r Bari o 2 gôl i 0 prynhawn me. Wel, i ni'n barod am y gic gyntaf yn hyn ar Maes Tegid. Felly mae'n amser i ni ymuno a'ch tîm sylwebu chi Tommy Morgan a Dylan Ebenezer.
Welcome to Maes Tegid here in Bala, and 2 teams that know that if they win today, they'll reach that potentially magic figure of 31 points, and that has proved to be regularly sufficient to ensure a top 6 place. Not an easy place to come, but Bala know that at the moment Met are not an easy team to beat, and so Cardiff Met and Bala, 2 sides on good runs, and it promises to be an attractive and, more than that, a competitive encounter between them. Kieran Smith is the captain for the Bala today, and suffice it to say the conditions really are dreadful. Team news, well, there are 3 changes in the Bala side from last week. With defenders Pete and Arsan injured, Ukek drops down to the bench, and in the visiting side, no change from the side that won that dramatic cup tie on penalties against Haverfordwest last weekend.
Yeah, the changes to Bala, as you're saying, Nick, 3 changes to Bala from last week. Most notably, Kieran Smith, he'll have to go into centre half and try and do a job for Bala there, and reverting to more of a 4-3-3 than the diamond we usually have in the middle of the park. And Cardiff Met, well, no changes, as you were saying, Nick. The diamond in the middle of Price, Mango and Owen. Watch out for Rees, mentioned by Sioned and by Tommy in the pre-match warm-up. He'll look to cut in on the right, and he will be a source of goals, I'm sure, for Cardiff Met.
Driving rain, and a few players to keep an eye on, Sean.
Yeah, Ewan Roberts, he's only 19, came through the academy system with Liverpool. One to watch because he can change a game. He has the ability to move inside, cut inside again from the right hand, look to get his shots off early, so one to watch there. And then Tom Price for Cardiff Met. Had spells with Swansea and Aberystwyth, but really found his home at Cardiff Met. 80 appearances in the league so far. A difficult player to play against.
You can sense they're anxious to get this game underway, aren't they? The visitors in the burgundy wine colour with the orange sleeves, and it's the side currently 5th hosting the side currently 4th. two sides on good runs. In fact, the visiting Cardiff Met have won 7 of their 9 last games, whilst Bala, well, they have the best defence in the league, and this is an early chance for Rodgers. And that's a positive start by the home side.
Yeah, we spoke about the changes to us, especially Bala, but what it also provides is opportunities for individuals to put their stamp down. Obviously, some of them not starting every game, so this is now their opportunity to put their hand up and look to have a permanent position in the team.
Roberts prepares to take the first corner of the game, and just clipping, and fair play. The assistant linesman may remember that assistance when he's about to flag him offside later in the game. We'll see. Roberts gets the low corner in, everybody expecting the high one. Smith back to Roberts, and Roberts challenged, and a positive start from Bala.
Yeah, technically Roberts is very, very good, looking to, as you said, Nick, drive that cross in rather than just float it in.
Abadaki back to Kieran Smith in the unusual position. Centre-back loses possession and Elliot Evans spreads it out. And Bala will have to be careful not to concede possession that easily. Smith, in fact, gets back into position and is able to clear his ground. Now there's hesitancy there on the edge of the box, but that all emanated from an error by Kieran Smith.
Yeah, you'll be disappointed with that minor touch there. Technically, he's also one of Bala's better players. Yeah, having to do a job at centre-half, but he'll be disappointed with that first touch.
Well, that's a former winger converted into midfield by Colin Caton, and today playing centre-back. Is it back in goal next week?
There's only one more position he can end up in. Well, there is the bench, obviously.
Emlyn Lewis, one of those strong headers that he's noted for. Both sides, Colin Caton there in the... do we still call them bobble hats? Can I turn to my fashion guru, Sean Meredith, and ask?
Well, you'd wear anything in this conditions, wouldn't you?
You'll get away
it was not as bad as last week, I have to say.
Nope.
At least the wind, there seems to be no wind, just a bit of a drizzle, so you wouldn't mind as a player playing in these conditions.
Well, what a season this man's having in charge of the Met side. It was good to hear him say they've worked hard, and the players have responded. That's a fair tackle, firm tackle. Up towards the tall Gary Newell. Chance has a good run here. Call from the ball. So the ball has come once in from the right, and then that time from Shannon from the left.
Yes, a good move from Bala. Good patterns of play in midfield, and then release Shannon. A bit too close to the goalkeeper.
Shannon back in position. Mendes collects. Pursued by Vincent. Harry Owen challenges Elliot Evans to go for that. Owen again. Good play by Owen. Kabongo. Evans. Referee plays an advantage there. And Colin was insisting, Colin Caton, that this is his 21st year. Dylan, who suggested in the pre-match interview it was the 20th, wasn't going to argue with him. But I think it's his 21st season, potentially 20th year, but whatever. Approaching 800 games in charge here at Bala. Absalom the goalie, one of the many changes over the summer. Rees, good run. Little bit too easy to get past Shannon. Rees goes himself.
Yeah, this is typical play from Rees this season. Just looking to cut in on his left foot. Probably maybe is stronger of the 2 foot, even though he plays down the right. He just likes to come in onto his left, get the shot away. It was something of a cross shot, if anything, but again, you know, a player in form for Cardiff Met.
Yep, joint top assists in the league this season. And you got the impression that perhaps that was aimed more as an assist than a shot, but the first real threat of the game. Vincent. Elliot Evans will chase that. Kieran Smith has to keep an eye on the ball, careful eye. Plays safe, doesn't manage to get it out. Rees again. Good ball in, Vincent aims for it. Elliot Evans skews that wide, and he'll consider that to be a chance by his standards.
Yeah, I just thought Kieran Smith, he could have possibly gone back to his goalkeeper with the header rather than look to get it out of play, but it ends up with Rees putting the cross in, and Evans should have done better with the finish.
Ryan Jenkins will be happy, and one wonders, will Dr. Christian Edwards be called upon again? If Europe beckons, then he may be called for. But they really are having a fine season. And under the leadership of Ryan Jenkins, Cardiff Met have lost only once since the beginning of October. They've just simply clicked.
Yeah, they all seem to do that, Nick. Every season since they've been in the league, they've able to put runs together and gain momentum, gain points at crucial periods of the season.
Vincent. That's an intelligent ball in by Vincent, looking for Evans. And that will go Bala's way. Yep. Right under the assistant linesman. Assistant referee's eye, and he let that go, no difficulty. Vincent, and again, Bala creating their own problems, and again, Rees really is the danger man. Gets another fine ball in. It's important that that's headed away. It wasn't headed away very well. Elliot Evans again. This is a good spell for the visitors. Again, Lewis and Rogers. Well, there's only going to be one winner there. It's Newell. And
yeah, I think Emily said good evening to Rogers there, like running into a brick wall. Here it is. Oh. American football.
No push by Kabongo, play on. Ambitious ball, doesn't reach the target. Good run by Rogers, but the ball's beyond him.
Yeah, the run was a good one, and the option from Aaron was the correct one, but the execution not quite up to his standard or normal standard. I think Bala just need to get a foothold on the game, just running away from him a bit. They need to string a few passes together.
Yep, Nathan Peat, very camera conscious, and he's injured foot injury keeps him out. One of the stalwarts of the defence here, of course. And that's why Kieran Smith is in that role this evening. Nice play by Edwards.
This is what I'm saying. Just keep ball for a bit. Put some patterns of play together. Although the press by Cardiff Met is so high.
Yep. Rogers again. Good run again by Rogers. And the real problems for the visitors have come courtesy of this man.
Yeah, Price did well, but he's conceded a corner. Cardiff Met players not too happy with the decision.
A corner kick given.
Yeah, we'll see here. Tom Price does really well. It looks as if Rogers has just nicked that.
Here it comes. Loose ball again. Harry Owen. It's a good ball, good decisive ball. A little bit of a misunderstanding. I'll turn to someone who knows better. Perhaps Lewis Rees was caught in two minds there, Sean.
Yeah, you're right. It was too tight, if something, to play the 1-2 or to try and play him in. Okay, gets a poor touch on it, but it was never under control from neither Rees. All that stemmed from Roberts losing possession in midfield.
Well, Lewis Rees is involved in everything at the moment. It's like Sean the Reddiff in the old days.
Pirouette. Yeah, nice bit of skill there by Rees.
Lewis. Vincent. Kabongo. McCarthy, captain. Out towards Harry Owen. Harry Owen looks for Elliot Evans. Edwards has to be careful. He's helped by his keeper there. Vincent closed him down, but Absalom kept his head. Rogers. Mendez Rogers. Nice play again. Rogers aims the ball. And the forward partnership between Newell and Malkin hasn't quite struck gold yet in this game.
Yeah, it was a good header by Malkin. Newell just needed to read where he was going to be headering it. It was a cushioned header. And unfortunately, Newell didn't quite, not in the same wavelength, should we say. Just going back to the point, you don't see this very often. A manager being at a club for more than 20 years or 21, whatever the figure may be.
No, it's quite a story. Harry Owen, back to his captain McCarthy. Chooses the easy option to Price. Price closed down well by Roberts. Roberts is everywhere, in fairness. McCarthy again. Nice play. McCarthy again from Price. Smith.
Yeah, the referee, in fairness to him, took his time with the decision there, assessed it, saw the push on Aaron, and then decided, yeah, it is a free kick. Don't mind that from a referee now and again. He does have some interesting stats, so the referee. 8 games in the Cymru North, and 10 penalty kicks. What are the odds of that tonight, then?
Absalom. And again, Newell wins the ball, but nothing happening up front really for Bala at the moment. Evans, Price, McCarthy. Interception by Mendes, a little bit too easy. That was a poor ball by Mendes. Smith tries to keep the momentum. Abadaki, Mendes looking for Rodgers. That's beyond even the pace of Rodgers.
Yeah, Smith won the ball there in midfield, and then was about to step forward to go into that more advanced position and realise, oh, hang on, I am a centre-half this evening. Okay.
That was good play initially, wasn't it, from Joe Evans? And the momentum's going now then. Elliot Evans! What a fine goal by the visitors. And it all began with fine work from Christopher Craven. And it was concluded quite beautifully with a telling pass that Elliot Evans took full advantage of, and the visitors are ahead.
Yeah, as you say, it all starts from the clever play of Craven, then Rees gets involved, plays in McCarthy, and that's a classic goal. I can't start to explain how good a goal this is, because technically, you know, they've played the patterns, they've played the 1-2, McCarthy's there, read where exactly he needed to be. Rees with another assist, which probably takes him into the most assisted player in the league now. A great goal by Cardiff Met, and see what it means to them.
A really fine goal. And dare I say it, Sean, deservedly ahead.
Yeah, we've just gone over the quarter of an hour mark, and yeah, in terms of possession, quality of play, and the chances, especially we've seen Rees cutting in from his right wing when he can. They are, at the moment, deservedly a goal to the good.
Yeah, and there were 4 players really involved, all playing important parts in that goal. Owen, Price. It's a good ball again, fine ball. Again, looking for Craven. Craven's done well to keep that in. And he knows the importance of not conceding a free kick there, so that the visitors can keep up the pressure. Aaron Edwards claims the throw, but this is a good spell for Cardiff Met.
Yeah, the pass with the Tom Price out to Craven, you know, it's quality. It was pinpoint accuracy. Craven would be disappointed with the touch.
This could be a crucial part of the game. Another goal for the visitors, and you can envisage it being very difficult for Bala. They don't concede many goals. Out by Smith from Lewis's throw. And it's been a mixed first 20 minutes for Kieran Smith, no doubt about that. And Bala at the moment need his experience, but they need his concentration as well. Lewis again. These are not easy to defend against in this weather. And that's a goal kick. But he played his part, as did Rees, as did Craven in that opening goal. 3 goals so far this season for him, playing up front. And that's a picture that tells the tale.
Yeah, he's a good target man, Vincent, isn't he? You know, he offers them something different. If they do need to go long, then they can do that.
Evans, Lang, McCarthy and Harry Owen, always available. And there's no doubt about it, the visitors are playing with a confidence. Evans the scorer. Newell dispossessed, and the visitors come again, and it's Owen and Elliot Evans. And how often have we mentioned their names? That's a wonderful ball, but there was offside by Rees, who went a little bit too early, but the idea was quite excellent.
Yeah, that was close. I thought the run was an excellent one, a diagonal. Obviously the linesman is in a better position than me but Elliot Evans finding Rees with that diagonal run is excellent. And what Cardiff Met are doing is really stretching Bala at the moment, playing it out from the back and looking to create spaces for the extra man.
Just to remind you, at 7:45 tonight, live on S4C European Rugby, Cardiff against Bath. Vincent. Owen. Vincent there to help. That's, yep. Not kept in. McCarthy anxious to keep the momentum going as we approach the midway point in this first half. Owen. Vincent suggestion of a handball. Smith clears. Newell and Price go for it. Price wins it. Yep, a little bit untidy by Kabongo. But midway through the first half, Sean, there's a style, isn't there, about the Cardiff Met play?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate, they're all working probably during the week a bit more than any other team, given that they are students and work in the university, so they're able to work on those patterns. But certainly there's a script to their play.
Smith. Abadaki. For once, Abadaki chooses not to pass to Rogers, and he goes down a little bit of a tunnel. And it's a dink ball towards Owen. Important interception by Smith, who's working hard, and you get the impression he's finding it hard work. Good ball from Rees to Vincent. Smith gone back with him. Vincent is strong. Now he needs to square it. He's a little bit slow doing that, perhaps, and Shannon clears. The earlier ball may have paid off.
Yeah, Rees is on fire. I mean, he sees the run of Vincent really quickly. This is it. He sees it from behind his head, more or less, and Vincent had the chance to shoot there, I think. Decided to play across to find his partner Rees, who'd played him in. But for me, Kieran did have his hand up, but it's not a penalty.
Yep, Vincent, who joined in the summer, he's 21 years of age. Aaron Edwards fights hard to keep possession. Abadaki. Mendes. Good play by Evans. He won the ball in an important part of the field there. Craven. Elliot Evans. Vincent. Evans goes again. And at the moment, Bala are finding it very, very difficult against this visiting side, who are in the groove, aren't they? Newell, no assistance at the moment, has to hold the ball up. Rogers comes to his aid. Rogers looks to cross the ball in. Not a bad ball in. And the attention of the defender on the back of Malkin was enough. But again, Rogers is the one who puts the ball in.
Yeah, good quality cross by Rogers. Malcolm does well to get ahead of the defender and get his head to it. He can't do anything better than to head it over the bar, but at least a chance for Bala. You could have put it down as a chance, I suppose.
And Malkin still waiting for his first Bala goal. But with Rogers outside, there's always the prospect of good service in towards him. Absalom. Lewis heads fresh air. Lang. Evans looks for Vincent. Reese again. Smith does well, dispossesses him. Rogers again. Newell up ahead. Rogers keeps on his run. It's a fine run. Look at the defenders. And he keeps possession. Advantage not played. And Bala have an opportunity to put the ball into the visitors' penalty box.
Yeah, had a chance there maybe to play Roberts, but decided to go on his own and gain the foul. And as you say, just an opportunity maybe for Bala to create something of a set piece.
Roberts. Iwan Roberts puts the ball in. That's Vincent out, helping his defence. A little bit untidy by Shannon. And that's not kept in by Abadaki, who'd stayed back. And that's the kind of untidy play that has been rather common in Bala's first half performance, and the visitors have taken full advantage. At times it's too easy to win possession.
Phoning a friend there, I think, on his mobile.
Probably wants to sign the centre-half.
Checking what's for tea, could be a myriad of different things.
Perhaps he's checking what happened in the Welsh Cup today. Well, Colwyn Bay beat Barry 2-0 in the postponed fourth round match, so the draw's complete for the semi-final. And Bala are there, Connah's Quay are there, New Saints are there, Met Cardiff are there. And it's an indication of the Cardiff Met season. They're comfortably in the top 6 of the league. They're in 2 cup quarter-finals. And they lead here by an Elliot Evans goal to 0. But what a first half Lewis Rees has had. Abadaki. Again, possession lost. That's partly due to the errors of Bala, but it has to be said due to the pressing and the determination of the visitors. And, yep, that's a crude challenge, to put it mildly.
Yeah, that was from behind. It was malicious, and it wasn't needed. There was nothing really going on in the game, and he completely takes Aaron Edwards out from behind. And it looked worse, to be honest. Sometimes you see a foul in slow motion and it looks worse, but in real play, well, it was terrible. No need whatsoever.
Well, Craven is the first to see the yellow card, and Aaron Edwards, who's taken a few knocks in his very, very illustrious career, back on his feet. We're glad to see. That's a challenging ball. It's loose. Offside, I think, given. Yep. Quick whistle, quick flag, it has to be said. Good ball in.
Yes, it floats in, and he's just offside, on the back post there. Ross White, I think, with the final touch. I think if Mendes had put it in, he may have been onside, but unfortunately for Bala, that'll be chalked off.
Still 1-0. Elliot Evans' goal, 16 minutes, separates these two sides as we enter the last 15 minutes of the first half in driving rain. Well, never an easy place to come. But Met are a difficult side to beat, and Bala don't concede many goals. No one has more clean sheets in the league this season than Bala. And they've only, until this evening, conceded 14 goals in 18 games. That make that 15 now, but it's a strong defensive record. But they have two regular defenders absent this evening, and that's, it has to be said, is showing. Elliot Evans penalised. And it's getting a little bit argumentative in the middle there. Oh, in these conditions, Siomaredydd, as a colleague on the pitch, would you be angry that had been taken that way?
Well, I'm sure your centre halves will be after making the long trip up there, but he sees something. He sees that maybe there's an opportunity or a gap on the right post, maybe to hit.
Yep, gave him the eye, didn't it? And in fairness, Iwan Roberts has had a good game. Smith. McCarthy there before Rodgers. Mendes again. Evans plays safe. And the game's petered out a little bit, and that'll suit the visitors.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I'm not sure if Colin himself may be okay going in 1-0 down. They're still in the game. He may have an opportunity to change one or two things. Obviously, he's had to make 3 changes already this evening, but have maybe a rethink at half-time. What's working, what's not working. Maybe another change of personnel, we shall see.
Smith calls that one in. And Malkin brought a potentially promising ball to an end rather cheaply there. Yeah, it was nice ball in.
Yeah, it was a very good ball in by Kieran Smith. Just chips it in. Malkin, no need to come in so late on Emlyn Lewis there.
Yep. Frustration, perhaps, showing in Malkin's play, as I say. 10 games started, 6 on off the bench, and still no goal for Bala this season.
Still searching.
Still searching. Can that get to you, Sean?
Well, yeah, you're always itching to get off the mark, as they say, Nick. The further it goes on, or the longer it goes on, the more frustration that does come into your play at times. So yeah, it could be a factor.
Yep. And Malcolm Allen always says, once you've scored a goal, suddenly next opportunity the goal seems bigger. It's that first one very often, isn't it, that often leads to a flood of goals.
It's confidence at the end of the day, isn't it? You know, the goal, you're right, it does look a lot bigger when you're scoring on a consistent basis.
And in fairness to my colleague Siomaredydd, I was obviously needing to get a life and working out the average goals that Siomaredydd had scored in over 230 appearances in the Welsh League, and it works out. From midfield, one every six games. You seem surprised at that, but you're quite pleased as well.
Yeah, do you know what? I played a lot of my career, wing back as well, so
okay.
That's a horrible, as anybody who's played in that position, the amount of running you have to do as a wing back. You don't always get a shot on target or a shot on sight, as they say. But I did obviously play the odd game up front as well.
Yep, well, just in case anybody's got an even sadder life than mine.
Here we go.
It's 234 games in the Welsh League for Sean and 35 goals. Get your calculators out and prove me wrong. And Aberdaki doesn't want to play right back, really, does he?
No. He's direct, isn't he? Every time he gets the ball, he's direct. He wants to go forward.
Every time.
But, you know, nights like this is when, you know, your manager puts his arm around and you say, right, you're doing a job for the team tonight. Forget about where you usually play.
This is the equivalent of a wet night in Stoke on Tuesday, really, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
But Ryan Jenkins will be satisfied. 10 minutes of the first half still remaining. And the visitors, who've won 7 of their 9 last games in the league and have lost only once since the beginning of October, looking in control, but still only the 1 goal to show. Yep. Well, Vincent was on the run. We did hear a shout. Visitors are a little bit disappointed that advantage wasn't played, but it's potentially a head injury to Mendes. We suddenly heard the shout from here.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened as well. It just looks as if there's a flick to his forehead of Elliot Evans, but it didn't seem that much in it.
Well, first break. Mendes looks as if he's going to be okay as we look forward to Christmas, of course, but then 7th of January, 1:30, live on S4C, a spicy one. The FA Cup tie between Shrewsbury and Wrexham. Old foes, particularly amongst the supporters, and they look forward to that one, and we have that live on S4C for you. Yep, and they're still discussing why advantage wasn't played, but looking at the injury, perhaps in fairness to Richard Wright, he played safe, and rightly so. And looking at Richard Wright, you just think of the news story this week with referees, that appalling incident in Turkey, where a club director ran on the field and punched the referee. It beggars belief, Sean, doesn't it?
Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And you wonder then why you can't get refs or tracked referees and assistant referees to the game. You know, if they're getting that type of treatment.
Yep, all the talk about grassroots level referees, but that was at a pretty high level, and all national football temporarily postponed there because of that appalling incident. They start again, they go again, I think, on the 19th of December, but what a story. It's attracted world attention. It's a scrappy part of the game, no doubt about that. Bala fighting to get back, to get a foothold in this game. All the attractive football, you'd say, has come from the visitors. Apart from this one exception, perhaps Roberts. Ewan Roberts' ball. Good ball in. Cleared again up towards Vincent. Good first touch by Vincent. Waits for the support. Well played. Craven. Rides the tackle. Price. Rees, lovely. Craven carries on with his run. Into the box. Good ball in. Little bit beyond Elliot Evans. But another fine move from the visitors.
I was about to say, this is a rerun of the first goal. Great interplay by Cardiff Met, especially down the right, as I should say. Rees involved, Price involved, cuts inside. The cross is a good one. It's just a shame there's nobody there to finish it off. Elliot Evans just behind the play, but good play again by Cardiff Met.
Yep, McCarthy penalised for that foul on Newell. Good opportunity for the home side. Little bit central perhaps, but it's Ewan Roberts again. Not much in that, was there? Captain can't quite believe the decision. But Ewan Roberts has been the first to step up to every set-piece opportunity. Challenging.
Yeah, he's gone for goal again. He's only 19. He's obviously technically very, very good. And Bala have put some faith in him to be on every set piece this evening. He's seen another opportunity, maybe a bit too far out, I would say, to especially beat a quality goalkeeper that Cardiff Met have got. So, he's done it twice now. I think maybe the more senior players will say, right, let's put it in next time.
Yeah, when you're 19 and you have experience all around you, somebody's going to have a word in his ear at half-time, I think. Malkin. Nice play. Newell. Abadaki. Rogers ahead of him. Goes rather down a dead end, but perseveres and in the end settles for the best he could get, really, a throw in.
Exactly what I was going to, it just seems to run into trouble, doesn't he? By the time he gets anywhere, there's 3 of Cardiff Met players around him. There's nowhere for him to go. Just maybe get his head up now and again. Look for the opportunity or the easy pass.
Another opportunity. That's a better ball in. Seems to be a push, I think, there.
Well, Aaron Edwards doesn't think so. He's the man at the far post, which he's found out. His hands were up, but I don't think there was much in it. We'll see from here we go. From this angle, Aaron.
Yeah, maybe.
Soft push. He probably makes the most of it, but why not?
Free kick shot, stay up, stay up.
Vincent again, as you said, Sean, a good target and an effective target. Will win most balls. That doesn't go the visitors' way. Bala take it quickly, gain a few yards, nothing more.
It reminds me of Sgorio, who obviously played or started his career with Cardiff Met, came to Bala.
Played here on loan.
Yeah, on loan. But he's a target man. He's somebody that can hold the ball up and bring others into the play.
Yep, I like him. 21 years old. Roberts loses the ball rather cheaply. Rees again, up towards the very man, Vincent. Rees. Little bit too ambitious there. Another free kick conceded. And once again, against Aaron Edwards. And Price is always on his shoulder.
He's in the walls tonight, Aaron, but he's used to it. Had some knocks over the years.
Good ball in. Keeper determined. Good shout. Again, a rather wasted free kick from Roberts. He's had opportunities.
That's number 4 now, isn't it? Well, certainly number 3. Okay, he's tried to float that one in a bit too close to the keeper. The keeper as well decides to come early, big voice. On a centre half, that's exactly what you want.
Price wins and aims for Harry Owen. Absalom takes charge. Shouts and claims only as far as Craven. Craven has Rees in front of him. Takes that option. Good ball in again, looking for Vincent Smith. Had watched that all the way. Still not fully cleared. Elliot Evans battles for it. Three players hound Rogers. Owen back towards Kabongo. McCarthy, Kabongo. McCarthy again. Rogers. Nice play. Nice touch. 3 minutes of added time. Joe Evans wins that. And some discussing to do. What will Colin Caton say?
Well, yeah, the options are pretty thin at the moment for Bala. I think he'll probably stick with the same formation for now. Kieran Smith, he's done okay. He hasn't been tested that much. In fairness, I think if something, Cardiff Met could have maybe thrown a few more crosses. We saw Reece just now put that good cross in and test him, but he was up to the challenge. So I think there'll be much change in Bala's team at half-time. Maybe wrong.
Yeah, that's a foul. Ewan Roberts. Oh, no. Ewan Roberts went down. But Evans is down as well. And he's holding his head.
Maybe just a clash of heads here. Or an elbow. Just an elbow in the chops. Oh, his elbow in the chops has gone down to his groin now. I'm not sure exactly what's wrong with him.
You didn't pass biology, did you, Sean?
Scraped through. Let's see. Oh, my God.
Whoa.
Yes, I didn't do very well in biology, but even I could say that hurt.
He's a strong man. It might not make the highlights. And just to remind you, as every week on Monday at 9:35, we have all of the highlights from this weekend's football. And we'll see it all again at 6:30 on Tuesday, all on S4C. And at the moment, the highlight of this first half has been two flowing moves from the visitors, one leading to a goal and the other nearly leading to another goal. That's the difference. Cleared by White. And it's just how much time the referee adds for that injury now. He acknowledges the assistant's signal. The 3 minutes are up. And it's been a good half for the visitors. And perhaps the best feature for Bala is that they trail only by the one goal. Lang. McCarthy, out of your pictures, taking a knock. He's got up, he's limping. Reece, one of the best players in this first half. Craven, one last opportunity perhaps to double the lead. Kabongo. Craven. Again, nice interpassing between the visiting players, and that perhaps is the difference between the two sides. Only the one goal to show, created once again by the king of assists, and that's Lewis Reece, and converted by the very experienced Elliot Evans. Bala have worked hard, but the visitors deservedly ahead at the interval. Bala 0, Cardiff Met 1.
Diolch yn fawr Dylan a Tommy. Felly gol Elliot Evans sy'n gwahaniaethu'r ddau dîm ar yr hanner. A dyma yw gêm ola'r penwythnos yn uwch gyngrair Cymru. Felly dyma canlyniadau'r prynhawn y Seintiau Newydd yn ennill o 2 gol i ddim yn erbyn Pen y Bont. Trediad Sal Pen y Bont yn parhau tîm Rhys Griffiths, mond wedi ennill 1 o'i 10 gêm gyngrair ddiwethaf. Cei Conna, maen nhw'n ar 6 phwynt tu ôl i'r Seintiau Newydd ar ôl i buddugoliaeth nhw. Prynhawn yn erbyn Pontypridd. A canlyniad enfawr prynhawn mae Hwlffordd yn llwyddo i gael 3 phwynt yn erbyn Carnarfon. Felly digon i drafod. Ewn ni ddadansoddi yn y man hefyd. Fe fyddwn ni'n trafod sefyllfa Pontypridd, ond cyn hynny, oedd hi'n wythnos fawr dechrau'r mis wrth i Gymru gynnal twrnament pêl-drod cerdded rhyngwladol, a Nicky John a thi ddarganfod mwy.
Walking football's a little bit different to what I played. I'm one cap away from the 50, so maybe I might take the lady up on the offer and I can get my golden cap then, so I've been missing for so long.
I'm the chairman of the Wales Walking Football national teams. Going on today is an international tournament involving 8 nations, 28 teams from those 8 nations. First time in Wales and probably the first time in the UK that we've had an international tournament catering for men and women from 40 to 70 years old. Just take Wales, we've got 20,000 people playing it, but there's probably only 1,500 play it seriously in a league environment or in cup competitions, and then are wanting to come on and play for Wales. So there's a lot of social elements to the game, and it's really good for the health and well-being.
Sut nathach chi ddod I fewn I chwarae pêl-droed cerdded yma?
Tua 7 blynedd yn ôl nawr, ges I 2 stent yn y galon, a fel part o fel cardiac rehabilitation a fe. Dechreuon nhw yn Canolfan Hamdden, Pwlffordd yn Cymru, dosbarth I bobl oedd wedi cael problems o'r calon a iselder, a I wario, wel, cerdded pêl-droed. A wrth gwrs dwi wedi dod ymlaen wedyn o ddechrau fyny, I nawr blwyddyn ma wario gyda Cymru wedyn dros 70.
What is it that's brought you to Wales here today?
So when I find out about these events, first I look for inexpensive airfare, look for opportunities for places to stay, and then I just make the best of it. And I travel alone and make sure that any opportunity to play soccer, that I'm there, I bring my boots with me and see if somebody will let me play. What's fascinating is, for me, looking at the history, talking to women again in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and understanding the history of soccer in the United States, and then comparing it globally.
It must be difficult, though, having come from a background where you've played football, to actually all of a sudden just be telling your body, no, I can't run, I have to hold back.
Right. It is very vigorous. It is very challenging to move at a quick pace and keep that heel down, or keep, one foot touching the ground at some point. I mean, this is still a challenging game, just as much as running, and maybe in some ways it's better because the muscle exhaustion is a little bit, it's kind of distributed throughout the game. Instead of one long sprint, you're exhausted, and then you can't do the next play. At this point, I'm the only American, but hopefully this time next year I'll have a team or 2 to bring along with me.
Siarad, mae gen ti stori eitha personol dros cael I fewn I bêl-droed cerdded yn y lle cyntaf, does?
Ie, ta 6-7 blynedd yn ôl, nath yn chwaer I, oedd hi'n sal, oedd hi ar enau hi wedi pacio mewn. So, o rai fi ofyn wrth y doctor be fedra ni wneud I helpu. Ond dyma fo'n dweud wedi rhywun ar byw donatio yr aren. So, o'n i'n meddwl, fi? A dyma'n dweud, ia, chdi, os ti'n gellu, so rai fi fynd trwy blwyddyn o testio I weld os o'n I yn gallu bod yn yr un match iddi. Ac achos bod yn I reit debyg, o'n i'n just iawn yn 99% match efo hi, so nes I fynd a roed yn aren iddi. So mae'n bwysig I fi cadw fi hyn yn ffit, achos mae'n dyn aren sgynna fi ar ôl, so dwi'n gorau edrych ar ôl fi hyn.
I played for the Matildas back in 1988 to 1999, so I captained the Matildas for part of that and played over 75 games for Australia, and now a year ago I found this fantastic sport, walking football. It took a little while to get used to just walking, because every time you see the ball you want to run after it, but the competitiveness is still there, and it's just a smaller game, so it's a 6v6 game, because it's harder as you get older to be able to run, so it's perfect. You can't tackle from the behind or the side, you can tackle in front, so it becomes safe, so you can see the opponent, you're going in for a tackle, which is fantastic. No ball can go over your head, you can't head the ball, so it comes down to, good passing, good teamwork, and yeah, I just love the competitive nature.
Football's been part of my life for so long. Obviously now I don't play so much, so part of my role as an ambassador for the FAW is to kind of get out in the communities and part of their kind of fan engagement initiative and get out to different events, and this was the next one on the list to kind of tick off. So yeah, I was really excited beforehand to come down, and walking football's a little bit different to what I played, so to be down here seeing so many teams kind of competing and enjoying themselves and hearing the stories about why they actually play has been amazing. So yeah, it's been good fun so far.
You weren't tempted to bring your boots at all, because let's just think now, 49 caps for Wales. You could get number 50 this afternoon.
You know what? That is a very good point. Have I got any boots in the car? Possibly. I might run back out to the car and get some. I did get an offer to actually play for Wales, so yeah, I'm 1 cap away from the 50. So maybe I might take the lady up on the offer and I can get my golden cap then. So I've been missing for so long. So, but I don't want to make the team worse, because it's been a while since I played. So maybe I'll just stick to watching.
Croeso nôl ato ni fan hyn ym Maes Tegid, a mae Tommy Morgan a Siôn Meredith wedi ymuno a fi. Ni wedi dod mewn o'r gwynt ar glaw, boes. Nawn ni drafod yr hanner cynta yn y man, ond yn gynta i ni just moyn rhoi diweddariad i chi o ran sefyllfa Tom Lockyer, a ma Luton wedi cadarnhau bod Tom Lockyer wedi cael y taliad i'r galon cardiac arrest yn ystod gêm Luton yn erbyn Bournemouth. Mae Tom yn yr ysbyty, mae fe yn y gofal gorau posib, felly i ni'n dymuno'r gorau i Tom ac i ni'n meddwl amdano fe a'i deulu. Siôn, Tommy, yn gynta, mae wedi bod yn wythnos eitha fysi yn uwch gyngrair Cymru. Ni'n mynd i trafod sefyllfa Pontypridd. Mae yna graffeg gyda ni fan hyn sy'n just yn esbonio'r dyfarniad ac yn esbonio popeth sydd wedi digwydd. Felly 19 cyhyddiad yn erbyn y clwb wedi profi'n gywir. Cost bod 141 pwynt i'r clwb, ond dim ond 6 pwynt mae'r clwb yn colli'n syth, a'r 135 pwynt arall wedi ei gohirio am 2 flynedd. Gwaharddiad o dros glwyddiadau am 2 gyfnod, a maen nhw hefyd yn cadw eu lle nhw yng nghwpan Nathaniel MG. Tommy, na i ddod at y ti gynta, mae tipyn o ymateb wedi bod a'r cwestiwn yw, fel yn y byd, mae 141 pwynt, pa'i cwmpo off y stôl, bod 141 pwynt wedi symud i 6 pwynt. Beth yw'r ymateb di?
Wel, fi'n methu credu'r beth mor hollol onest.
O ti bron o cwmpo off dy safety?
Mae'n anhygoel. Dim rhaid bod bobl yn chwerthu'n dros ben y penderfyniad. Beth llwch chi dweud? Dwi'n mynd gweithio allan o gwbl i we.
Siôn, beth ymateb di?
Wel, fi wedi bod gyda'r barnwr Nick Parry, a dwi ffili hyd yn oed deall yn union sut mae'r peth wedi digwydd, ond beth sy'n hurt yw'r ffaith bod nhw wedi cael siw gymryd y gosb, a wedyn, oce, os chi'n neud e blwyddyn nesaf, chi'n mynd i cael y gosb yn go iawn, just ddim yn neud synwyr i fi. Fi'n credu bod cwestiwn hefyd o ran cysondeb, achos ni'n meddwl, dim ond 2 flynedd yn ôl, nath Ceycona golli 19 o bwyntiau, am dorri'r un rheole ar 6 achlysur yn 11. Felly pan ti'n meddwl am y sefyllfa yna, Tommy, mae fe'n neud i sefyllfa Pontypridd, wel, hyd yn oed fwy hyrt.
Wel, dwi ddim yn neud dim synwyr cyffredin i unrhyw un. Hefyd, mae fe'n swnio fi fel bod e'n gyngrair di-sil. Dim cyngrair genedlaethol. A na beth pobl yn edrych ar ni fel Cymru. Ni chwarae yn Champions League ac chi'n cael penderfyniad fan hyn pan mae clwb wedi gweud bod nhw wedi gwneud y camgymeriadau a dwi ddim yn cael y gosb. A'r ffaith hefyd bod nhw yn sefyll yn y gwpan. Hwna sy'n od i fi hefyd, y ffaith bod nhw wedi chwarae rhywun sydd ddim hawl i warae yn y gwpan, a mae'n dal yn cael ei lle yna.
O ran y clwb, Siôn, yn amlwg fe fydd na elfen o ryddhad enfawr, mae dim ond 6 pwynt ar hyn o bryd yw'r gosb. Pa fath o effaith ti'n credu wneud y gael ar y chwaraewyr, ar y staff?
Falle ddim ar y chwaraewyr, ond ti'n goffa edrych falle, mae'n dod i'r ffenestr trosglwyddio. Ti'n edrych am chwaraewyr, a denu chwaraewyr, os yw'r cwmwl ma uwch ben y clwb, wedyn fel chwaraewyr falle sydd ddim yn cael ei le mewn tîm arall ac yn edrych i symud, a i Pontypridd yw'r lle i fynd.
Tommy, chi'n credu bydd na bobl yn meddwl, eilwaith o ran ymuno ar clwb, pa ma nhw'n cyrraedd y pwynt ble maen nhw moyn dod â mwy o chwaraewyr mewn?
Hefyd, rhaid chi edrych ar y clwbau eraill, gwen nhw i Fai Colwyn enghraifft, gallen nhw gael ei golli lle yn gyngrair erbyn diwedd y tymor, a mae'n swnio'n gwneud dim byd yn anghywir, ond mae Pontypridd wedi wneud camgymeriadau di-ri, a maen nhw'n cadw i lle yn y gyngrair. Dyn ddim synwyr o gwbl i fi'n anffodus.
Ie, byddai'n ddiddorol i weld. Be sy'n digwydd nawr dros y 2 flynedd nesaf? Siôn, nôl at y gêm yma yn y Bala.
Diolch.
Da'r graffiadau ti o'r hanner cynta.
Ie, mae'r modeir yn bod yn eitha anodd, mor wyntog a wythnos diwetha lan yn y Flint, ond ie, fi'n credu bod y sgôr yn adlywyrchu ffaith bod Met Caerdydd, fi'n credu y siadyn yn well na'r Bala, ta chwarae da lawr ochr dde fan hyn gyda Tom Price yn enwedig yn amlwg yn y gêm. falle bod Colin Caton, mynd mewn nhw un gol i ddim, digon hapus, falle edrych i newid un neu ddoi beth, ond so'n siŵr beth yn union bydd e gallu newid, achos mae'r garfan yn eitha tenau ar hyn o bryd, ond gêm reit dda ar hyn o bryd.
Tommy, ni'n mynd i weld cwpl o gyfleon gath Met Caerdydd yn yr hanner cynt yna. Nath nhw ddechrau'n bositif iawn, ynddo fe?
Yn sicr, maen nhw'n symud y bel yn gyflym iawn. Mae'r bachgen yma ar asgell dde fan hyn, Lewis Rees, mae fe wedi bod yn allweddol yn bopeth wedi wneud. Mae fe'n cymryd ar nhw'r amddiffynwr fyna, cyfannu'r bel i bod postyn pella fyna. Ond drwy di draw, yn yr hanner awr gyntaf, ond nhw'n meistroli'r gêm yma yn gyfan gwbl y Met. Ac wedyn, yn credu, o'n i weld un o ddau o gyfleon arall fan hyn. Unwaith eto, Lewis Rees yn allweddol, croesiad dro dde fan hyn, mae fe'n clym mynd naill ochr o'r llall. Elliot Evans le wedi gwneud sicr yn well fan hyn, fi'n gwybod ti'n meddwl, ti'n Sean, George, na ti wedi sgorio fan hyn, siŵr?
So siŵr beth ni'n dweud, ond welwn ni gweud, chwarae lawr y dde, yn wedi gyda Rees, wel ti'n gweud yn amlwg iawn, y patrymau mae'n chwarae, ond hefyd y ffaith maen nhw'n weithgar ofnadwy oddi ar y bel. Maen nhw'n gwneud y gwaith caib ar haw fel petai. Lot yn well na ambell i glwb arall yn y gyngor yma.
Ni'n mynd i weld y gol. Ni wedi sôn am Lewis Rees yn ei chanol i unwaith eto yn creu'r gol, a wedyn pwy arall? On Elliot Evans. A'r cyfan yn dod o'r golwr, Tommy? O'r golwr. A y bachgen mynd, mae fe wedi dal yn llygad efo CJ Craven lawr yr ochr dde. Mae fe'n ymosod yn bositif iawn, ac mae'r bas hon yn dreiddgar ni, mae'r pwysau iawn arni. Rhediad Elliot Evans yn amseru i'n berffaith, ac mae'n gorffen yn gelfydd hefyd.
Twyd y cyfle na gath Elliot Evans i ddechrau, hwnna oedd y snapshot, iddo fe cymeriad y gol mlaen fel petai, achos oedd e'n y lle iawn ar yr amser iawn fyna, fel ti'n gweud, y bel drwyddo'n arbennig, y pwysedd ar y bel yn iawn, ac Elliot yn ei edrych yn hawdd i fy onest, ond o'r rhan safon o gol o chwarae o'r amddiffyn reit mlaen i'r top, gwych.
Sean, beth Ryan Jenkins, ti Sean, dyma ni'n gol maen nhw wedi sgorio?
Maen nhw wedi cael cyfleon nhw. O'r rhan o chwarae, falle bydde fod yn hapusach gyda 2 gol o fantes na un, ond yn sicr, dim ond un yn y fantol, mae'r Bala yn y gêm hon.
O ran y Bala, Tommy, maen nhw wedi cael i cyfleon nhw. Beth ti'n credu bydd y neges gan Colin Caton yn yr amser?
Wel, yn sicr, a ti'n ffratiog yn y cwarter awr ola cyn yr egwyl. Met yn rhoi gormod y gicer rhydd, a os ffordd nôl i'r Bala, na fe fydd hi'n digwydd.
Reit, felly chi'ch doi fy nôl i'r pwyntiau sylwebu. Sori, chi'n mynd mas i'r gwynt ar glaw. Fi'n mynd i gadw'n dwym mewn fan hyn. A just i'ch atgoffa chi, nos lun fel arfer holl eich apwyntiau ar penwythnos. Nos lun am 5 munud ar 20 i 10, ac eto nos fawrth am hanner awr wedi wech ar S4C. Felly ni'n barod am yr ail hanner fan hyn ar Maes Tegid. Ond cyn ni, Canarfon yn erbyn bai Colwyn cyn i ni ffarwelo o 2023. Mae hwnna'n fyw am gwarter awr wedi 12 yn fyw ar S4C. A wedyn ni wythnos cynta'r flwyddyn newid i ni yn yr ymwythig. Cwpan FA Lloegr yr ymwythig yn erbyn Wrexham ar y 7 Ionawr am hanner awr wedi 1. Hwnna hefyd yn fyw ar S4C. Eis i'n excited wedyn. Nawr i ni'n barod ar gyfer yr ail hanner rhwng y Bala a Met Caerdydd. Felly well i ni fy nôl i Tommy Morgan a Dylan Ebenezer.
Welcome back. No changes appear to have been made in either side. And this man's 1 goal separate the 2 sides. No improvement in the conditions. And I've been having a half-time chat with the father of the Bala goalkeeper, Callum Absalom. And finding out just how a man with such a Swansea accent would be here supporting Bala. But of course, Absalom leaves Pen-y-Bont and comes up here to play for Bala and family loyalty. Dad is here, as apparently he is for all Bala games now. And early positive start from Roberts, caught offside, but Bala will be anxious to start the second half now on the front foot. Sean Meredith back, panting, I'm bound to say. Used to be fit, lad, but that jog over from the other side of the pitch.
Felt like a sprint these days.
Did they give you a cup of tea?
No, they didn't.
No.
Time was against us.
But it's interesting. A Bala supporter walked past me and said, "Rubbish game, isn't it, Nick?" And then a man from Penabont passed and said, "Great game, isn't it?" Or rather, Cardiff Met. Not sure where Penabont came in there. Lewis with Vincent. Roberts. McCarthy. A scrappy start to the second half, and the conditions still as awful as they have been for most of the evening.
Yeah, the wind of something picking up a tad, so could give Cardiff Met a bit more of an advantage.
Craven clears. Up towards Vincent. Smith. Well, after a first half when everybody tried to keep the ball down on the floor, it's all a little bit wild and out of control as we take a look at Kellen Absalom. That's where they got the Penabont from. Moving
I was wondering.
Over the summer.
So worried about you,
I'd just be talking about him before you came back to join me, Sean, and said how I was speaking to his father and how he was explaining the reasons behind the move from Penabont.
Which were?
Aha.
Ah.
We signed a confidentiality clause before saying anything. Price. Bala need a goal. And they'll be looking to a forward line that have very few between them, really. Malkin yet to score. Newell, well, he's got 4 goals. And then Iwan Roberts, the 1 goal. And here is Newell. Owen to the man who has 1 goal this evening, Elliot Evans. And for me, the player of the match so far, Rees. Just 21.
Yeah, he's the first name down on the team sheet, I would have thought, at the moment. In the way he's playing and the confidence he's got in his play.
Edwards having to work so hard. Price has stuck to him. Well, that's a little bit wild from Thomas Vincent. And Bala will have to be more careful.
Yeah, excellent work rate by Price there, just closing, not letting Aaron Edwards have a sniff of it. And he then creates the opportunity for Vincent, doing all the hard yard for Vincent to get his shot away.
Yep, 3 goals for Vincent so far. But he's a hard worker up front there. Spends a lot of time up on his own, but always prepared to battle for anything that's aimed towards him. Mendes finds it hard. Vincent putting Smith under pressure. And one of the numerous players having to play out of position today for Bala Abadaki.
Yeah, just takes a shot to the shoulder there. Price again involved.
One of so many summer signings. The ball runs kindly. Rogers. Roberts. Closed down by Owen, but Roberts keeps possession. Abadaki. Poor ball. Cleared by McCarthy. Owen. And the visitors are winning the important battles. When there's an important ball to be won, it's their determination that wins possession. Price. Yep, Elliot Evans hesitated. He thought he was offside, no flag. White, the centre-back, agreed with me and was appealing. Goal kick.
Yeah, this is the dink up to Vincent. Little touch just outside his boot. Makes it look very easy. You know, for a tall lad, he's got a very, very good touch on him.
Yep, I like him. Summer signing for the visitors. It was a good ball in, actually. Roberts. Roberts carries on running. Won by Kabongo. And it all comes to a stop, doesn't it, in the last 1/3 for the home side at the moment. Newell. Lewis sticks to his task. Newell, in fairness, made life difficult for the defender there. Aaron Edwards. Abadaki. Rogers. And you do sense, perhaps, that he is the real hope. He drives forward whenever he has an opportunity, and the other player perhaps is Iwan Roberts. Between them, well, the home side may find a way, and as I speak, Iwan Roberts wins it again. Good play by the young player. Mendes needs perhaps to stamp his authority on the game a little bit more. Edwards. Yep, screams that the ball be hit forward. Now, that's a ball aimed again towards Rogers. Good move by Rogers, and does well. Can he get the cross in? Yes, he can. McCarthy clears.
Yeah, certainly better by Bala. Cardiff Met, though, in fairness, the work rate in terms of closing him down is absolutely top draw.
Roberts, good ball in. Doesn't fall kindly for Bala. Roberts again, another opportunity. Dinks the ball this time. Lewis finds Price. Price gives and comes back and returns, looks for Vincent this time, not accurate enough, and it's easy for Smith. And one just feel that Bala beginning to put a foot on the accelerator, a little bit more positivity about their play. Malkin looks for Newell. Nice play, Malkin. Good closing down by Craven. Excellent defence work by Craven. But this is possibly the best spell of the match. for Bala. Shannon seemed to have handled that ball.
Yeah, I think the ref just about got that right. It does get pinged straight up, his arm is up, and hand. But yeah, you're right, better by Bala. The only thing with Cardiff Met, because you have Elliot Evans and Rees playing as wide men, they can interchange their positions, i.e. they can help when pressure is put upon the team. They can help their team out by dropping deep and leaving Vincent on his own, and they don't mind doing that from time to time.
Yep, the hat shops of Bala are doing well. Newell again forcing Lewis to have to think, and Lewis uses his experience and concedes the throw in.
Yeah, I thought once, twice, maybe even 3 times about playing it back to his goalkeeper, but played the percentages, as they say, and played it safe.
Abadaki, Mendes. It's that final ball, isn't it? Just doesn't find a home player in a good position. Long again, Lewis. Well, he'll win those all day, and Bala need to realise that. The passes really have to be a little bit more accurate. Evans. Vincent. Smith. Yep, that was a tussle. It was bound to end up in a free kick one way or the other.
Yeah, it does well initially, Vincent. He wins the ball. I think this could be a little bit of skill. Megs, 3 legs.
Very nice.
See you tomorrow.
Absalom again. Lewis, well, didn't know much about it, but he won it. There was handball there, no. Play on, says the referee. Aaron Edwards has an opportunity to put this in. And keeper did well there. And it all stemmed from Kabongo closing Aaron Edwards down. Couldn't make it easy to get the cross in.
No, I think Aaron was looking for somebody to come short to play the 1-2. Nobody was a willing participant in his play.
Still that one goal, it seems a long time ago, 16 minutes into the game from Elliot Evans. But to emphasise Sean's point as we look, just to remind you, all of the highlights are to be seen on all the S4C platforms. I'm not going to name them all, they're there for you. You know the logos. Sean looks a bit puzzled, but there we are. Transistor radio not there, Sean.
Medium wave.
But yep. Coming up to the hour mark. Bala, well, they've worked hard, but the deficit remains the same. Lewis launches that in. Important that the goalie came. And even more important that Elliot Evans wasn't allowed to get his shot in. Mendes brings it away. Rogers, that was a late challenge on Rogers. McCarthy. Now the McCarthy's seen one yellow card, he has to be careful. He has to be careful.
Yeah, again, just a bit late. There was no way he was going to get to the ball there. And you may be right, Nick. I mean, the fact that he has had one yellow has come to the mind of the referee, and maybe he thinks it didn't warrant a red card, but doesn't need to make a challenge that late.
Yep.
I'm just looking at the pictures there. Aaron certainly isn't happy with the decision.
And if anybody needed reminding that the player was on a yellow card. Well, Aaron Edwards has reminded him. Now let's have a look at it.
Look, he's coming from the side. He's coming from behind. You know, there's no way he's going to win the ball there. And I completely agree with the Bala players. And
yep, Shannon, Aaron, Smith, all asking Richard Wright, who's in his first season officiating in this league, why that wasn't a second yellow. It doesn't have to be a red, of course, but I think McCarthy will consider, or should consider himself, very lucky.
And, you know, somebody of McCarthy's experience, he should really know better than to do that and put himself at risk, you know.
That's a wasted kick. He fancied another goal, didn't he? He scored, of course, from long range in the Cup last weekend, and I think he likes the idea.
Sign a goal bonus, didn't he? I did see the highlights of that. I did take a wicked deflection off the surface, not a deflection, just a wicked skid off the surface, and the goalkeeper in no man's land.
Malkin. Oh, now that the ball's loose, good touch. Newell, Malkin tried their very best there, but the ball again didn't fall kindly, and it isn't falling kindly for them when those rare chances arise in the penalty box. It doesn't quite work out. Rogers, Abadaki, his chance to get the ball in, again closed down, and you've made the point, Sean. They work so hard, don't they, the visitors?
Yeah, it's congested in there. Look at the numbers, look at the bodies, look at the work rate that Cardiff Met are willing to undertake. That was a piece of skill looking for Newell off Malkin. But everything, once they get into that danger zone, everything is just closed down so quickly.
Roberts, again, given the set-piece duties. That's a better ball. And perhaps somebody should have attacked the ball. Aaron Edwards protests that his oppo went down a little bit too easily. Smith, Roberts, Mendes, the options, they're not there, are they? They're not there. When they have possession, nobody moves, nobody makes the move. Roberts again, trying hard. Now then, Aaron Edwards thinks of a shot, then decides he's too far out, closed down. It's a good ball in, potentially, but again, nobody made the move to attack White's ball into the box. Mendes. And a good ball in. Again, rather too easy for the centre-backs to clear. Evans and Lewis. Abadaki. Vincent back on defensive duties.
I'd love to see the territory percentage stat for the second half, because at the moment Cardiff Met are camped in their own half. But as you say, Nick, the chances, the clear-cut chances, that's possibly the difference between them at the moment.
Joe Evans down. He took that knock, didn't he, before the interval? And this is the goal. It does seem a long time ago.
Yeah, the bit of skill there by Craven, playing out from the back. And then it's just this diamond. In he goes to there. One touch. Back into Reese. Reese sees the run of Elliott. And he looks it look very simple. But that was a goal of good quality passing movement by Cardiff Met.
Yep. A goal that at times has looked as if it belongs to another game, but really, really fine play. Sam Jones is the first change of the game. Joe Evans wasn't able to make the second recovery, and it's a striker on for a defender as the ball is put in again. And again, Bala are going to have to be careful. There's a yellow card there, and that's not for the push, that's not for running in, but that's for the protest. But they're untidy. Look, that is unnecessary and a waste of possession, isn't it?
Yeah, no need by Newell. Again, I think just maybe a player that's frustrated, lack of goals potentially, lack of opportunities.
But it's interesting, Ryan Jenkins has obviously sensed that Vincent, with a little bit more help, might be even more effective than he has been. There he is now. Jones is up with him, Rees is up with him as well, and Rees has been pushed up so that Jones slots into the right-hand side of midfield.
Yeah, it looks as if they've gone to a 3 in the back,
yeah.
And Jones will be a wing-back, so 2 wing-backs each side. And then Tom Price potentially will just sit in front of them, so a change of format for Met.
Free kick conceded. Now then, is that McCarthy, the captain, who's
He must have not been under 2 yellows then. No.
Well, it was Price who was in. Well, it must be the protest afterwards if McCarthy has been yellow carded. Indeed he has. Roberts. Now then, he's wasted a few of these. Goes himself. That was a better effort, but there must come a time, surely, when they'll decide, young man, something has to change.
He's not giving up on the philosophy of trying to cheat, if you like, the goalkeeper, but these are really good opportunities to put some quality balls in for Bala, and they're not taking them at the moment.
Smith. Aaron Edwards. Nice touch. Abadaki. Rogers was slow. McCarthy was more alert. Abadaki makes amends. But McCarthy has all the experience. He has a cap for Wales C, of course, earlier this year. He started every game for the visitors this season. And it merits saying again, the consolation for Bala is they're still very much in this game, just the 1 goal. And they seem to be a little bit more determined, a little bit quicker to the ball. Edwards looking for Newell. Vincent takes it nicely. Holds the ball. Roberts leaves it. Aaron Edwards again, nice ball out. Ball aimed towards Rogers. Shannon. Rogers. Good ball, potentially. And that goes towards the far post off the inside of the post. It's cleared in the end by Lewis. And that, without a shadow of a doubt, is the closest that Bala have come. In it goes again. Lewis clears. And Aaron Edwards was at the root of so much of that.
Yeah, it's a good quality crossing. I think it's Newell who just didn't quite get his foot round round the ball.
That's a fair challenge on Rees by Roberts, says the referee. And the ball hits him. So, yeah, we interrupted the re-showing of that because the ball did come into the penalty box again. This is it.
This is the cross. And Newell just doesn't quite get his foot around the ball and doesn't wrap around, and it's Malkin just hits the post, and somebody ends up in the end in the goal, not the ball though.
Now then, this would be a blow to the visitors, but yep, Newell kicked fresh air. Malkin had a deflected shot on the inside of the post, saved Bala.
Here's the I know the shot's a bit blurred with the camera, but it does seem to scissor tackle him.
Yeah, and the referee saw nothing wrong with that, but Rees felt it, no doubt about that. But he'll be anxious, if at all possible, to return to the fray.
Oh, he's shaking his head.
Yeah.
It's the wrong kind of body language.
Rogers keeps it alive. Aaron Edwards always manages to keep it alive. Ewan Roberts. Smith. Edwards again. All a little bit too intricate, too tight, and it's cleared. That's one for Vincent to chase from the substitute, Sam Jones.
They're knocking, aren't they? They're knocking on the door.
Not that often, but the odd knock, certainly.
What they've got to be wary of is the fact that they're chucking a lot more bodies up there. They could get caught on the counter, which, you know, that suits Cardiff Met down to the ground.
Rees again. Owen does very well to get his cross in. Sam Jones goes for it, and Shannon heads it down. And Absalom collects, and he releases it quickly. Malkin. Rogers. Too much on it. Can Rogers keep it alive? Yes, he can. But, in fact, yeah, it had gone out and come back in. No changes yet for the Bala side. I think Sean may have referred to it, alluded to it. The options aren't great. There's experience in Nathan Burke, but he's a midfielder. And Ukek has also been a regular. He's there on the bench.
Yeah, you'd have thought that Ukek would have come on, but is he carrying a knock? Is he carrying an injury? Is he just named on the suspense because
he's one of only 5 subs? Vincent. Shannon. Rogers. And Rogers has worked hard. He's run after everything. White. Too easy for Lewis. I always like it when somebody shouts from the stand, keep the high ball low, keeper.
That's a memorable phrase with Milan Atherton. I remember he singing it, high ball low.
Everybody says it, but no, I don't think anybody sat down to analyse exactly what it means. Rogers. Well, we've admired the skill and the slick passing of the visitors, but their industry has been there for all to see throughout this game. Now Newell gets the head to that, keeps it down, keeps it on target, but a frustrating afternoon so far
Yeah, every ball that's come in from Bala, they just kind of hang with it, and it forces the striker then to create and generate the power off the head. It's very difficult when the ball is just glided into the box rather than whipped in.
Slick again. Elliot Evans towards Reese. Vincent, late tackle on Reese. Referee plays the bell on. Sam Jones, the substitute, gets the ball in, aimed towards Harry Owen. And another example of a fine flowing move. Every now and again, this rather scrappy encounter comes to life as we enjoy a flowing move from the visitors.
Yeah, Sam will be disappointed. I know he's just come on. Ball just gets away from him. He'll be disappointed with the quality of the cross in. I think Aaron Edwards, is it? No, that's White.
No, that's another defender, and they'll certainly not want to have another defensive problem, because one rather suspects that that's been the main weakness for Bala, the unaccustomed position of so many of the players, as we look as Santa Claus in his blue hat. And I can tell you reliably that is a staunch Everton supporter. He would never wear a red hat, even if he was playing Santa in a primary school nursery pageant. They'd have to see Santa in blue. Jones. Reese. Vincent again with the layoff. Reese shows a little bit too much of that. Yeah, he's angry with himself, and he's had a few stops. He was down injured a few minutes ago, wasn't he? And it may be, as Bala wastes possession again, that he is struggling. But he's on at the moment, and he's up there with Vincent. There he is. Plays well to lay that off to Owen. McCarthy.
Just keeping ball now. Cardiff Met, moving them about, tire them out, go deep if you want.
Abadaki. Absalom. Aim towards Newell again. Lewis. Good header. Kabongo. Back he comes this time. Towards Malkin. Newell. Wins that tussle. Does well under pressure. Mendes. Price. Reese. It's competitive, but again, when there's an important ball to be won, it's won by the visitors. That's the difference, as Reese is challenged to go after that. This is an important game. The winner will be on 31 points, and that has proved to be enough to guarantee a top 6 place. Reese aims for Vincent, unlucky, but Vincent always willing.
Yeah, the idea was right with Reese there. He saw that the arced run of Vincent, just try to play him in, just a bit too much on the ball, but Reese, I think, is just tiring. He's had a couple of knocks. This is it. This one in the move that ended up with Sam. He may come off in the next 5 minutes or so.
Yep, 10 minutes left. Just the one goal back in the 16th minute, dividing these two sides.
Seems a long time ago as well, doesn't it?
It does. Oh, that's a yellow card, surely. Kabongo penalised for that challenge on Abadaki, who was on the charge, wasn't he?
He's direct, isn't he? Let's leave it at that.
So that's the third yellow card for the visitors. And lo and behold, it's Iwan Roberts again from the set piece. And perhaps they're playing the law of averages. Perhaps they think one is going to be devastating. That's driven in. Now then, falls for Shannon. Little bit of a misunderstanding between Shannon and Smith. Rogers, that's poor. And again, a promising situation fizzles out for Bala. And we're in the last 10 minutes. And the change is coming. I think it will be, yep, Lewis Rees. Well, a chance for you to sing his praises, I suspect, Sean.
Yeah, he's worked hard, and probably one of the players out there who's Sean, Tommy Morgan, obviously on the comms in Welsh. He'll be picking star of the match, and certainly he will be on his list. Another assist for him makes him probably the highest player with assists this season so far. He's an elite there, makes the goal look easy, but the play before that was excellent.
Two changes. Josh Ukek has come on for Bala, whilst we were singing the praises of Lewis Rees. Iwan Roberts. There'll be no more set pieces from Iwan Roberts. Ukek on for him, and it's Finlay Skiverton who did come on for the departing Lewis Rees. And Skiverton's 7th appearance off the bench, and Ukek, well, he's been starting in recent games as Sam Jones, the substitute, goes on a direct run, goes all the way himself. And he really, from a defensive point of view, shouldn't have been allowed to get that far.
Well, he does well. He's got plenty of pace. He uses that pace as well to get past the defenders. Looks for that near post. It's a good run. Very good run. Doesn't quite... He's stretching at the end. Maybe, obviously, he's looking at the far post because the keeper's got the front post covered, but that's the only angle he could do from that shot.
Yep. He's a good option, actually, isn't he, Jones, to come off the bench?
He's an excellent player, Probably disappointed he isn't starting one or two more games, but he's an excellent option. That's the difference maybe between the two teams, is the fact that the substitutes for Met will have an impact in the game.
Well, it's worth emphasising. Bala just don't concede goals, but they've conceded just the one here, and at the moment it's proving to be enough, and the visitors just don't lose games. In fact, it's better than that, they win them, and this would be their 8th victory in 10 games. And a continuation of Ryan Jenkins' side of only one defeat since the beginning of October. It's been a fine end of year for them as we approach the final 5 minutes of this game. Elliot Evans lays it off. Kabongo. Craven. Price. Again, an important ball to win. The visitors win it. Evans. Owen. Can't quite drive that in to the penalty box. Rogers releases Abadaki. Abadaki again, direct, looks for Newell. Craven was back there to clear. Collected by Owen. Vincent in front of him. Good ball to Vincent. Now then, can the running player join and be found? Evans. Kabongo. Craven. Craven does everything he can to keep possession, but it's brought away by Ukek. Excellent ball won in midfield by Skiverton finds Sam Jones. The two substitutes combining. Skiverton outside him. Jones. Mendes intercepts, and that's twice now in 2 moves that Met have given the ball away rather cheaply. And hope still remains because of that for Bala. White. And Price. Yeah, he's a spoiler, isn't he?
A bit wasteful, I think, there from Met. There was an opportunity for Vincent to play Skiverton. He was on his own in the box. Didn't lift his head, didn't see the option available, and 2-0, that kills the game.
Yep, and that perhaps is a sign of inexperience, isn't it? He's a young lad still, learning his trade. Obviously a very, very promising talent, but at times you need to know there was offside there. And the clock ticks against the home side. Well, it's Tommy Morgan's privilege to choose the player of the game, but if it was you, Sean, not I'm inviting you to disagree with Tommy, so you can go first. If it was you, it's bound to be a Met player, is it?
Well, yeah, football's a game of opinion. And in my opinion, I'd probably give it to Reece for his contribution, especially in the first half. Was head and shoulders, in my opinion, above anybody else in the first half, as I said.
That was an ambitious long-range shot from Price. And Smith. Abadaki. Abadaki again. Lewis. Yep, there was an offside, and that late flag that still frustrates people.
Yeah, it is frustrating.
But we'll take the lull, we'll take the opportunity of a lull in play to listen carefully to Tommy Morgan's choice. And do you know what? He agrees with you, Sean.
Well, he wants to lift home, doesn't he? No, he's been excellent tonight. Taking a couple of hefty knocks as well.
Yep.
In the ice bath, I would have thought.
Smith, good header, 1. Rogers. And there's suddenly Bala want to do everything in a hurry, and of course they do. As we approach the final minute, there will be added time for those injuries. A few substitutes, maybe 3 or 4 minutes. But every opportunity now, Bala know they have to take one of them, and they have to rush to take them. Good kick by the goalie. Price clears. Elliot Evans, the scorer, can't get his foot to it. Aaron Edwards, who, when he's not touching the ball, is directing others. Hasn't stopped all game. Now then, ball is lost. Oh, and that's an opportunity. Loose ball for once from Elliot Evans, and we don't see that very often. And Vincent was ready to go.
I know it's late in the game and a few tired legs out there, but expect better from Elliot Evans.
Absalom. Sam Jones went up. Mendes, heavy touch. Wasted possession again. Kabongo. And there's general frustration amongst the Bala players, but they've got to concentrate. That was a handball. They can't quite understand why the decision was so late being given, but it still gives Absalom another opportunity to get the ball. It's 4 minutes added time.
I think the referee, Richard Wright, has done a decent job tonight.
Yep. Smith. Again, little bit of a heavy touch. Abadaki. And they're making it too easy. There's another free kick conceded by the visitors. And another opportunity to put the ball in, and there's no Iwan Roberts to take this one. There wasn't much in that, was there?
No, just a slight body check by Price.
Absalom. Abadaki's got to do better than that, but he has the chance to put Smith in possession. Shannon, everybody pushing up now. Shannon goes himself, cannons off a visiting player. Very, very nice play. Harry Owens changed from left to right. That's a fine run. Vincent receives from Price, and the visitors would do well now to concentrate on keeping possession, and the more experienced players sense that, and suddenly they do. McCarthy to Price, to Kabongo. Evans knows, or Owen rather knows, he's offside. And that's wasted seconds. Oh, look at that poor ball. Skivington doesn't go himself, chooses Vincent. Oh, dear me. That, when it comes to the Christmas competition, miss of 2023, is going to be up there, isn't it?
Well, Skivington does the right thing, goes round the keeper, and then it's the dink, and Vincent just can't direct his header.
Well, he wants the ground to open up here at Bala at the moment. That was a horrendous miss, and if this comes to something, then it'll be an even worse miss. Ukek creates the space, goes himself, saved, and over the bar. I think it was Shannon. It wasn't as bad a miss, but that would have made Vincent feel even worse. What a dramatic end to this game.
Well, it comes to Shannon a bit quick for him to get his foot around the ball, but he's running onto the ball when it comes onto him. Oh, he just knows that was the opportunity. And as you said, Nick, the opportunity for Met to go 2-0 up, and would it have been fitting for a Bala goal?
Well, I almost, and being a neutral, of course, we don't feel such emotions. I'm almost pleased for Vincent, because he would have been berated all the way home to Cardiff tonight by his teammates if that had gone in. Again, the experienced players know keep possession. That's aimed, however, towards Vincent. Smith leaves it because he heard his goalie screaming, and perhaps this is the last chance. 30 seconds of the 4 minutes left. Lewis wins it. Skivington, who's made a difference since he's come on, actually. He's been a good player. Keeps on running. Skivington can't get to that one. Deserved win, Sean, if it is a win?
I think for the performance in the first half, yes. Bala have come out and made a competition of it, but you've got to agree that Met have shaded it and deserved possibly the 3 points, which, as you say, may take them to the top 6.
Yeah, not the game of the highest quality, but the quality that we have seen, it has to be said, has come from the visitors. 1 goal divides them. Elliot Evans scored that after just 16 minutes. Bala, well, they showed what Bala are all about in the second half, but in the end, the visitors' fine run continues, and Ryan Jenkins can be proud of his team on a difficult day in difficult conditions. That 1 goal was enough, created by man of the match, Lewis Rees, and the fine run of Cardiff Met continues, and the final score here at a wet Maes Tegid, Bala 0, Met Cardiff 1.
Diolch yn fawr i ti, Dylan. Mae Ryan Jenkins yn cadw cwmni i fi fan hyn yn y man. Ryan, mae Nadolig wedi dod yn gynnar. Mae rai bod ti'n blês iawn gyda'r perfformiad a'r canlyniad, ond mae wel, ti'n edrych fel bod yna elfen o ryddhad yno ti.
Hollol chat ydi, bod yn onest. Eisiau Prozac neu rhywbeth arna i, ond ail hanner, ond wedi rhoi ni dan lot o bwysau. A ni'n gwybod bod i'n mynd i ddod, hyd yn oed yn erbyn y gwynt. Just bach fwy o control ar y degau, ac chi'n gweld pan ni'n cael y control na, allu mynd trwyddo i sgorio fwy nag un gol. Y gol gyntaf yn yr hanner gyntaf yn ffantastig. Dyna'r yn union beth ni wedi bod yn gweithio arno trwy'r wythnos. A i gadw yn tyn fan hyn a jyst cael ei ffindo un i ddau moment o purdod i torri nhw lawr, a fi'n bles iawn i fod yn onest ydw.
Ie, ni jyst yn gweld y gol fan hynna. Rai bod y symudiad yn dechrau o Alex yn y gol. Mae rai bod ti mor bles gyda'r ffordd nath y chwaraewyr weithio.
Ie, fi jyst moyn nhw jyst credu yn y peth yna yn fwy gyson, really, achos fel chi'n gweld pan chi'n neud mewn i basketball match fel oedd i ail hanner, mae tîmau fel Bala yn gallu bod yn effeithiol iawn, a mae rhaid i ni jyst sort of ffindo bach fwy o hyder i wneud ni, hyd yn oed pan i dan gwasgedd, a pryd o bod ofn i ware o dan wasgedd weithiau, ac os ni'n jyst yn wneud ni, bydd ni'n ffindo fe'n rwyddach weithiau.
A mae'n driffwynt enfawr, mae'r holl yn y gyngrair yn agosau. Faint o hyder mae hwn yn mynd i roi i chi yn mewn i'r gemau ola yma?
Yn sicr, os chi'n edrych beth yw hwnna, 12-13 gêm nawr gyda un colled, so mae'n redyr arbennig o dda, fel wedys i Dylan cyn y gêm, jyst i seto fe lan nawr, beth mae rhaid ni'n neud yw gorffen o'n off. Mae gêm mawr nawr dydd Mawrth yn erbyn Pontypridd, so gawn ni cyfle i fynd trwy i rown gynderfynol fanna. Ond heddi fi jyst mor chuffed i teithio ledled Cymru ac cael y 3 phwynt ar noson gwyllt, really.
Ryan, llongyfarchiadau. Siôn nesaf nôl i ti.
Diolch, Sioned.
Felly dyna ni am yr wythnos arall yn uwch gyngrair Cymru. Felly dyma'r tabl Met Caerdydd yn symud i 32 o bwyntiau y Bala ac yn arfon pwynt sydd rhwng y ddau yna yn y ras i orffen yn y 6 uchaf. Lewis Rees, Elliot Evans, Ryan Jenkins, he's just said he's absolutely shattered after that one. So how are you two feeling?
Yeah, even worse, I think. Made hard work of it second half, but yeah, I thought we were really good first half at times. It's tough conditions second half, and Bala do that. They put balls in the box and yeah, made hard work of it. So yeah, lucky to get through and get the 3 points.
Lewis, how much of a statement is this? Because it's a massive 3 points for you guys as we get closer to the split in the league.
Yeah, I think it just shows how together we are as a team. Like even today, when second half we didn't really get a chance.
I think we're being kicked out of Bala Town, but we'll carry on.
Yeah, but we grind results out, and I think that's what it takes to get up there to the top of the table. And yeah, it's looking good going into the split now.
Another assist for yourself. Just how much are you enjoying yourself this season?
I'm just, I'd like to be scoring a few more, but if I can assist as well, obviously that helps the team. And I didn't even realise I was that high up until I saw on Twitter one day, and I was like, oh, I'll take that.
Another goal for yourself today as well. Your manager just said how pleased he was with the movement starting from the goal. You've been working a lot on that, he said, in training?
Yeah, it was. Obviously me and Lou playing as like the two sort of 10s, but like starting on the fullbacks and then making those runs in behind, and obviously Lou's got the quality to see the run inside, and yeah, thankfully just got in the right area and put it away.
Looking ahead, how much of a boost does this win give you now going into a busy period?
Yeah, very, very busy to be fair. We've obviously got Pontypridd on Tuesday, and then the Christmas period's really busy if we can get through that Ponty game as well. We've got potentially a semi-final coming up as well. So yeah, you saw the boys coming off the bench today, putting a real shift in, so we're going to need that over the next 2-3 weeks, definitely.
Well, guys, huge congratulations. I'll let you go before they turn the rest of the floodlights off. Appreciate your time. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you. Cheers.
A just i'ch atgoffa chi i ni nôl ar noson gala. Gala yn fyw o'r ofal Caernarfon yn erbyn Bai Colwyn. Mae hwnna'n fyw am gwarter wedi 12 yn fyw ar S4C. A dyma'n gêm ola ni tan y Nadolig. I've got Colin Caton keeping me company here. Colin, your initial thoughts after that game?
I thought it was quite even first half. I thought they scored a really good goal. We made a mistake with Ollie Shannon going in somewhere where he couldn't affect the play. And we got punished for it. A good ball into Elliot Evans and a good finish for the goal. But today was really difficult. We're on a really bad injury list. We played a makeshift back four. The league and Sgorio have not helped us one bit with changing this game with 4 days notice for players to adjust at a part-time level, to adjust the things, and we've missed players from it. You know, so a couple of lads had commitments towards other things away from it. With us being part-time, we can't adjust with 4 or 5 days notice and lose half the back four.
I appreciate difficult circumstances. Given the team that you did put out, though, they battled so hard to get the equaliser. You must be really proud of the performance that they put in.
Really proud. Kieran Smith was outstanding. Ross White was outstanding. Kieran Smith's never played there before. But like I say, we've got 2 players available today. If this game doesn't get changed 4 days ago, it's not right. We're a part-time league. And around Christmas time and stuff, how can you change a game with 4 or 5 days' notice? You know, you can't do that. But we've got to get on with it. We're not allowed to say anything. We've got to get on with it. And, you know, we lose players because of it. And that's what affected this game today. There was fine margins in it, but would we have been better with the players available? Yeah, I think we would have. But it's difficult.
Looking ahead, Colin, a busy period coming up. How confident are you of finishing phase 1 as strongly as you can?
Yeah, we want to finish as strong as we can, but like I say, we'll get a few back now for the regular fixtures as long as the times are not changed, like today. But hopefully we'll give a good account of ourselves like we have done today. I think we deserve something out of the game. I think maybe we could have won it in the second half, but with just fine margins, crosses into the box, and then just a bit of creativity in and around them areas. But I thought the lads were outstanding.
Colin, appreciate your time and Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. You didn't notice, I'm not happy about that.
A dyna ni am heno. Diolch yn fawr I chi gyd am eich cwmni chi heno yma wrtho fi a'r tîm I gyd fan hyn yn y Bala nos da a Nadolig Llawen.